What's going on? Glad to see you guys back here on the Tech of Tomorrow channel here on YouTube. I'm Eric, your host, and we're here once again with our special guest, Leon from Gigabyte, who's going to be showing us some pretty cool stuff about the brand new Z97 series motherboards that they're releasing to the market. So you guys see my funny mug every day, so I'm going to hand the microphone over, well, not really hand it over, it's on our chest anyways, I'm going to hand it over to Leon and let him tell you about this brand new awesome gaming motherboard these guys have from Gigabyte. And hey, only one way to say it. So
awesome, right?
Yeah, exactly. No confusion. So what's going on, man? How you doing since the last time we saw you?
Good, good. You know, just keeping busy. We do have new motherboards for you guys and your viewers today. We want to show you guys. The one we have in front of us here is our Z97X-Gaming G1 Wi-Fi Black Edition. Now that is a mouthful.
Yeah, and no more weird green colors for those who don't like that.
No green. We got a lot of feedback from viewers.
Kermit, we're very sorry. We apologize on behalf of all frogs out there.
Definitely. We got a lot of feedback from viewers, from gamers when we go to events, videos that we do, like videos we do with you guys, and everyone says they want to see red. Red is, I guess, the gaming color this year. So if you guys do feel otherwise, comment.
Yeah, you guys can always leave a comment down below. Gigabyte wants to know the colors you guys want to see. So if you guys all are like, oh, well, we really don't like red, hey, leave a comment down below and we'll be happy to listen to you.
Definitely. So to move on with the boards, this year with our Z97 motherboards, our 9 series, we've actually separated into 4 different segments. So last year we had 3. We had the gaming, performance, and overclocking. And this year we've added another one, which is this one right here, the Black Edition. Right on. So we do still have the 3 that we focused on previously, and now with the Black Edition, we're providing a 168-hour server-grade testing. So if you guys can see on the box right here, it lists that as well. So basically what you're getting in the box is a server-grade tested motherboard. Before sending it out to the different regions, we actually test it in the factories.
That's very good.
So
a lot of testing goes in before it even gets out.
A lot of testing. 168 hours comes out to be about 7 days.
Now they do this on every single board, Leon, that goes out?
Every single Black Edition motherboard.
Okay.
And for the US region, we're going to be carrying 3 models, which is the Z97X UD3H, UD5H, as well as the G1 Wi-Fi Black Edition.
Right on. And this is the top of the bad boys, right?
Right. So this is the top of the bad boys. And when we're looking at this board, you do see it in red. It comes with a nifty box now, very luxurious, as you can see.
I know I'm not as sexy as Vanna White, but
that's exactly what I was thinking. But with
what?
That
I wasn't as sexy as Vanna White?
That you were gonna Vanna White.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, Leon, don't. No.
But as you can see, this board is actually using red heatsinks. But with some of our Black Edition motherboards, they actually have different heatsinks, different colors.
Oh, so you'll be able to optionize out those colors?
It's actually dependent on if you get a Black Edition. It just shows that you have a performance and server grade level tested board.
Ah, okay.
So that's the only difference. If you guys want, we should get right into it.
All right, let's do it. So I guess first what we're first going to do is Leon's going to go ahead and do the unboxing, and we'll talk about all the features as we go along. And these have nothing to do with the testing videos and everything. Those will all be coming out at the NDA list next week on May 11th. But for now, we want to show you guys the great product. So real quick anyways, I'm just going to show you guys the back of the box anyways, just for those people who are curious. Because I know some people like it. They'll go, hey, you didn't show us the back of the box. We want to be thorough and complete. So we have showed you every inch of the box. You have been deboxified on Tech of Tomorrow. All right.
So you can see it's a really luxury box. We've made it very classy this time around. Sleeve, you pull it out.
Very high-grade cardboard.
High-grade cardboard, very clear see-through plastic. Usually it's kind of foggy, you know?
Very clear. I think that's a high-grade plastic.
Right, so right here we get straight into the motherboard. Let's just set this right down here.
Ready. It sure is looking pretty. So let's first off though, let's talk about all the accessories, then bounce back to the board. We're just little teasers here, aren't we? So let's talk to you guys first though about all the stuff in there. So
first thing you're gonna notice, you see this certificate. With every Black Edition motherboard, you're gonna get a certificate, and this is coming from our factory manager. They'll sign off on it saying that, hey, you know, this board has passed server grade testing. We've certified it's a Black Edition motherboard. And not only that, Black Edition comes with a lot of other perks. If you register your board online, we actually allow for 2 additional years of warranty.
Oh, so what's the standard warranty?
Standard warranty for all Gigabyte motherboards are 3 years.
And if you do it online, you get 6 years?
2 additional years,
5
so you're
years
looking
then.
at 5 years.
Ooh, that's a long time.
Yes.
I don't think many of my viewers actually keep a PC for about 5 years.
Well, I mean, it's good to have, especially if you're giving it away to a friend. Let me get this.
Uh-oh, what's this?
This is just a holder for you.
Oh, check
so we
this
can
out.
show all the viewers the motherboard.
Oh, rock
Right
on. Check
here.
this out. Something new.
Right here for you guys, okay?
Ooh-wee. Look at how sexy.
All right, so in addition to that, you're gonna get your Crossfire SLI cards and cables.
It comes with free SLI cards and cables?
Yep.
Woo, rock on.
And you're gonna get sleeved SATA cables. This is sleeved, not...
Really? Oh, let's go ahead and open one of these up. Caveman style.
Yes, definitely.
All right, folks. So check it out. I'm going to toss it over to the cameraman so that he can show it to you closer.
Very nice. So those are sleeve SATA cables. Before you were looking at just regular plastic. Now we've added a little bit more premium feel to it.
No, sleeve is much nicer. Users appreciate that, especially the guys doing custom builds.
Right, and it's probably easier to go through when you're running it through the cases as well. It won't get caught on like the plastic. You know, it gets caught on stuff.
No, actually, you know, these feel actually pretty good. These are probably some of the best SATA cables I've seen come in any box. They're very, very nice.
Definitely. And again, you know, you get your cushion padding for your back I/O.
Your rear I/O. More cushion for the pushing.
You get a case badge and also one for Black Edition. You get your multilingual
See?
user's manual.
Si habla español?
Yes. Espanol, Chinese,
Zao.
Japanese,
Domo.
konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa, there you go. That's the one you're looking for. All right, and with the G1 Wi-Fi BK, you're gonna definitely get a wireless card. And the wireless card is actually a wireless AC, so you're looking at 867 megabits per second.
It's pretty much almost as fast as you can get.
Right. And
Take that out of the box here, folks, to let you guys show that. I know you guys can't really see it in the packaging, but here you guys go.
And this card also actually doubles up as a Bluetooth wireless 4.0.
Oh, so can you run like your phone, Bluetooth phone, through it?
That, you mean...
Like if I have my Bluetooth phone, can I use the Bluetooth connectivity in that to route like my music through my phone actually through that?
That's actually a really great question. Let me touch on that right after we finish this, because I want to touch on some of the features that the board does come with on the software side.
Alrighty.
All right. You also get a front panel, 3.0 USB.
Break out the box.
Right, and then two more sleeve SATA cables.
Lots of sleeve
All
SATA
right,
cables
so let's
for
get
everybody.
this premium box out of the way, and let's circle back to the Bluetooth. So,
All right, boom, Bluetooth.
so with the Bluetooth, I think I said
That means your like tooth is right. You need to see a dentist like
yeah,
ASAP,
you
right?
need an
So
orthodontics.
you know, if you people out there, if you have a Bluetooth, please see your dentist. Tech Tomorrow wants you to be healthy. We love you.
All right. So with that, it comes with Bluetooth, and we're looking at Bluetooth 4.0. We include a software suite. If you guys haven't used our App Center before, you should definitely try it out. What I'm talking about this time around, we have something called Cloud Station. So in our software suite App Center, we have different apps like App BIOS to flash your BIOS. We have Systems Information Viewer, so you can actually set fan curves to presets or manually set fan curves to how you want it. And you can also see your system's information just like CPU-Z.
And for overclocking and stuff, you guys do have all of your own overclocking solutions.
We
and all that
have
stuff as
Easy
well, right?
Tune, we have you know, Easy Start, we have Fast Boot. All of these are different features that we've included with our software suite that it's meant to benefit users.
Yeah, it's like having frosting on your frosting.
And not only that, I want to just point out, a lot of people might see it as bloatware, but our software suite is actually incorporated into one system. So you're not installing multiple systems to get your different softwares in. It's one software, one update button. It'll update everything all at once. There's features
So no
like,
more clicking, going next,
Right.
next.
Right. And
Next.
it's all in the cloud. So earlier, when you asked about if you can actually link your Bluetooth phone up, you can actually do something with Cloud Station. Cloud Station, there's an app on Android as well as iOS, which Android, there you go. Android and iOS, and you can actually sync it with a QR code. Androiding, is that what's happening? So you can actually sync it with the QR code. You can actually link to your computer. You can use your phone as an input device, or you can use it to grab files, or you can also use your computer as a hotspot.
Oh.
And also remote overclocking.
Oh, remote overclock. So like I could be, like I mentioned, I could be at the gym and get on my phone and do some overclocking?
Right, so let's say somebody else is using your system, they're wondering why it's so slow, you can get, hey, I can just, you know, tune it a little bit.
Oh, that's really cool then.
Yeah, so that's a really neat feature. There's definitely a lot of features in our App Center, so if you haven't used it, or if you do get one of these boards, definitely check it out.
Let me ask you a question. So we're on the feature stuff. How, like you guys' remote desktop, like how powerful would you say that software is? Does it allow you to like really just like virtually like be in front of your computer even though you're somewhere else? Is it that strong now at this point?
Well, I mean, with remote desktop, it really depends on every user's preference. Some people are accustomed to TeamViewer, some people are accustomed to Splashtop. But for our remote desktop, it only allows you to do remote control because we're not harnessing the whole network bandwidth. We want to keep it so you still have your bandwidth intact.
Okay, but basically it'll look like you're still moving the mouse and everything though when you're doing it correctly.
So definitely check out our remote OC software, Cloud Station. It allows you to use your phone as an input and you can do some remote control.
Now, since it's also a cloud station, do you guys have any options for people to like have their like own onboard type of Gigabyte storage solution? You know, kind of like Google and the other people do. Do you guys at this point have like your own Gigabyte like cloud place where like people store like information on their own Gigabyte system?
Right now, that's probably still under discussion. If you guys want to see it, let us know. We're always able to develop new and exciting technologies.
All right. Well, now, folks, let's move on. We've got the board. It's looking pretty badass, but let's find out what's underneath the beauty and see the beast.
All right, so on this board, guys, you guys can start out. The first thing you guys must notice is this heatsink. It's heavy. It is definitely heavy. What we've done this time around, again, through feedback, we've had people say, hey, you know, we want to use our own water barbs. Our water barbs are now threaded and interchangeable.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
So you can check that out right there.
Oh yeah, that is pretty cool. Oh, most indubitably. I like that.
So we have the heatsink, which we've actually redesigned. It has the heat pipe over to right here, the PCH. And not only that, you can also see that, you know, we have some colors going for us right now. We have the red from the heatsink, we have the green from our capacitors, and these are actually high-end audio capacitors. They're Nichicon Japanese capacitors, electrolytic. And we've actually done the separation for our digital side and our analog side. So this is similar to what you've seen in our 8 series board, but we've carried it over to a lot more boards this time around.
Now, some people out there will cover this again. I've said it before, but separating all of your audio and everything away from the board makes the electronic noise virtually go away. Now, some of you guys just use like older chipsets and stuff that don't have this. You'll hear sometimes when you're clicking your mouse or stuff, you'll hear that actually in your headphones. Segregating the audio and does this makes not only your signal to noise ratio much better, but it's also completely clean.
Right, that's definitely the case. And not only that, we actually have an awesome sound chip. You can see right here it says Soundcore 3D. This is actually using Creative's quad-core audio chip.
So it's a quad-core chip?
It's a quad-core chip, and this is actually the first time that any motherboard manufacturer has actually implemented it onto the board.
4 is more.
4 is more.
Ask the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, definitely. Not only that.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. We also have op amps as well as gain switches.
Now, is this op amp also removable like previous series boards?
This op amp is definitely removable. If you do find any other op amps online, or if you actually have a high-end receiver that dies on you, but you can take that op amp out, you can try it out there.
Now, I'm going to touch on this too because a lot of people don't know. So the op amp is basically allows you to change your sound from hard to soft to more bass to more treble. And by changing out the op amp, you can actually change the dynamics of your sound. It's something really incredible. Now, I know a lot of people out there aren't going to have a golden ear who aren't going to hear this, but the people who do will appreciate this more than you could imagine.
All right, yeah, definitely. And not only that, for those, like you said, if they can't hear, there's one thing that they can hear. If you do have any rusted jacks or anything, when you stick in that microphone, you hear that screeching, that's the noise. If you hear that, that's because you have some rust or it's tarnished inside. With gold, we've actually gold plated all of our back IOs so you can actually
eliminate
see.
Even more of that.
You won't hear that noise. So that's why all of these are actually gold plated, same as the DVI and HDMI, and as well as our CPU socket and DIMM slot.
I'm gonna roll his ass and sell the gold.
Yeah, you can definitely do that if you want to burn down one of these. Not only that, we also have some cool features like the USB DAC. So if you're actually
USB DAC?
Yeah, we have a DAC for it. So this DAC actually allows you to enable or disable the power coming from it, and it also has its own separate power source.
Ah, excellent.
So if you're into audio, if you're into gaming, this is definitely a great board for you to get. It has a killer network as well as an Intel NIC, and then it also has USB DAC and the audio separation here.
And complete USB 3.0 on the rear I/O. Notice that as well. No more of the old ones, no 1, no 2, just strictly USB 3 across the board. Now I know this might matter to some people, but I have a couple older keyboards, especially like my Cooler Master Trigger. When you try plugging that into an older USB port, it doesn't even provide enough power for it, and the keyboard just kind of tweaks around. With something like this, no matter what peripheral you're using, you're not gonna have a problem.
Okay. Next thing, everyone's probably wondering, what's new with 9 series? So with
what's new with 9 series?
Well, what's new with 9 series? On this 9 series board, we have SATA Express. So SATA Express, you're able to hit 10 gigabits per second, and that roughly accounts to about 1,000 megs.
It's fast.
It's fast.
It's not quite on the market yet, but it's coming very soon. You won't have to wait. Like, I don't know if you know this, Liam, you're a pretty young guy, but when the first time when they had USB ports on a board, they weren't even used for, honestly, like the first 5 years on a motherboard.
That's right.
The port was there and there wasn't even a product for it.
I think everyone was still using PS2 at the time.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just really weird. They put this stuff on the board, but this, you're not going to see that. That is one thing I've noticed about the newer boards that are coming out. The technology is not taking so long to catch up. Like, even though this isn't available now, by the time the next series boards come out, this will all be all over the place. You won't be waiting years.
Right.
And it's fast.
It's super fast. So definitely, when you do check out this board. It's the G1 Wi-Fi BK from Gigabyte.
The Burger King edition.
And it's an awesome board.
It looks really nice all the way
Do you think they're
across.
gonna have any other questions for us?
I don't know. Well, when we was let's go all the board. You guys can see right here, your PCI expansion is all the way across. Now, does this support quad?
Quad graphics.
Okay, so you can use quad
graphics.
SLI, quad crossfire, whatever your choice is. You've got ample room around the ZIF socket. This is still 1150, by the way, no change there, which is kind of cool. Now, this is one thing I do want to touch upon there. You're going to get this little tricky thing here. Right now, all the CPUs that are on the market will fit on this motherboard and the previous 8 series. But when the new series chips come out from Intel, only these motherboards will support those new chips. And that's one of the key features about the 9 series, is that it's only going to support these latest refresh in Intel CPUs. So that's pretty interesting. Now, as far as the memory, I still take it, it's still 32 gigabytes max.
Yes,
DDR3.
32 gigabytes max.
What is it, up to 3,000 certified, 2,800?
3,000.
So pretty good. You got your first USB 3.0 breaker right there. So that's going to be for that front header that we saw there earlier. You got a little port right here. Now, this particular port right here, is this for the external?
Now, this is actually what we call OC-PEG. This is actually an auxiliary power for to stabilize your PCI power. So basically, when you actually put on multiple cards, you might find some, what is that? The wave might be off from, it's not as stable as a separate power source. Because you have so many cards plugged in, it's supplying power to those different PCI lanes. Your power is gonna wave more.
So this is for using multiple lane configurations.
Correct.
For SLI, for crossfire, and adding more power to it.
It'll stabilize the power overall. It's basically like giving the board a grounding.
Oh, wow. And like, how much does that external part cost?
It's just a SATA connector.
It's just a SATA connector. Oh.
So if you do have an additional SATA plug, you can just power that SATA power right there.
Right on. And then what are the controllers that are on board right here?
So right now we have SATA here, and I believe these are the native Intels, and then we have Marvells.
Marvells, okay. And you guys can see down at the bottom, all the wiring very easily. I believe there are 7 fan headers on this board altogether.
Right, there are quite a few. We can actually count them down. There's 1 here, 1, 2. These are both for the CPU here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's total of 6 right now, 6, 7.
7, yeah. I believe there's 7 total on this board. So that's quite a bit of fan support. Now, on your guys' fan support, are you able to go in on each one of your fans and individually tune it and time it and make it work exactly how you want it to be?
Just like our App Center, just like how I said earlier on our App Center, we do have a Systems Information Viewer, which will allow you to actually control your fans. And as you can notice, all of these fan headers are 4 pins.
So they support both
PWM and the 3 pins.
Oh, okay, excellent. And then these 2 little switches that we see down here on the bottom of the board?
So this is actually for our BIOS switch. So you can actually switch between your 2 BIOSes as well as enable or disable your BIOS.
Oh, so you can actually disable the BIOS altogether?
The dual BIOS. So you can
okay.
actually switch and keep only one BIOS alive at that time.
Now this is for folks, some people do a lot of overclocking and stuff, and they'll try to take a BIOS and do some weird stuff with it. If that BIOS actually happens to go bad, you can switch to the other one, still be up and running, and then reflash the other one back to where it's actually workable, correct?
And the reason for that single BIOS switch is actually because some people mess with that primary BIOS and they don't want the secondary BIOS overriding it, so they want to disable that secondary BIOS.
So just keep it straight up and straight out. So we'll real quick show you folks the very back of the motherboard. You guys can see the PCB is all black, matte black on both sides of the board.
And if you actually look right here, you can actually see the cutout through the board where...
Oh yeah, that's pretty interesting. You can see the audio cutout. That's kind of, might be hard to see. We'll try to get that thing, but you can see that here, and you can see it also on the back of the board here with these clear lines, totally separating the audio from the motherboard. So that's pretty much it, folks. This is just pretty much showing you guys the unboxing, talking about the features and what the motherboard is. When all of the NDAs lift next week, we'll be able to bring you guys the full review and show you the performance about this thing and how it does work. Another thing that is one of the big features about this, though, is the new M.2 standard. What this is basically doing is replacing mSATA. You're not going to have mSATA anymore. Unfortunately, for those people out there investing in it, like I did invested a bunch of them, you're kind of SOL, but they've moved it forward, and this is going to be a much faster technology. So I'm Alec with Tech It Tomorrow. This is Leon from Gigabyte. We thank you very much for being here, and we've got more for you, so stay tuned to Tech It Tomorrow.